Have you ever had, say, your management or your sales head ask questions like how many new leads did we get yesterday? What is our current pipeline value? Or what deals are getting closed this week? This answer is usually asked to every single salesperson on a daily basis and is somewhere inside the CRM. What ends up happening is someone, say, exports all of that data in format of a report, updates it onto a spreadsheet or a Google Sheet, and then shares a quick screenshot of whatever activity or whatever updates are there over Slack every single day. But what if all of this could happen automatically? And that's exactly what we're going to see today using a platform called as Workato, where we are going to automate this end-to-end process. So let's quickly get into it. Now, this is how Workato looks like when you actually log into it. It's basically an enterprise automation platform that helps you in terms of building recipes, agents, even MCP. So let's really understand how does this work. The very first thing is that whenever you want to build an automation or something like that, you start with creating a project. So as you can see over here, what I have in place is a GTM executive dashboard. And in that, what am I doing is that I am creating a simple workflow. So if I click on create over here, what's going to happen is that I have an option of creating a recipe. What is a recipe? A recipe is basically how you can, get your recurring task or repetitive task done automatically. Then we have Genie, which is basically building off an entire AI agent from scratch that does further work for you. So you'll see both of these, and I will show you what the community of Workato has been able to build using the platform to give you an idea on the capabilities of it. So now what I've done is that our objective was to do what? To automate the entire end-to-end journey of integrating, say, your reports from, say, a CRM like HubSpot, and then exporting it back onto Google Sheet, and then having a message sent on Slack to that particular management team. So what we have done over here is that we have first started with a simple schedule trigger. So ideally, the first thing over here that it does is it triggers this workflow at 11 a.m. in the morning to send out the daily reports. Then we have integrated it with HubSpot to get the contact level data and to get the deal level data. Once we have all of this in place, what we have done is we have basically integrated it with Google Sheet, and the Google Sheet data output looks something like this. Wherein on daily basis, you are able to map how many new leads, qualified leads are there, how many deals are getting created, how many deals are getting won, lost, what is the exact pipeline value, what is the revenue that is being generated. All of these things you are able to track using just this simple basic workflow. The most interesting thing over here is that once this workflow gets created, what I have next is that I'm notifying my management about the daily activity. So obviously one might go end up seeing this entire report, adding a pivot or adding a chart to analyze it further. But what management teams actually want is they want visibility on a daily basis as to what is the work that is getting done and what is the output that we can expect. So then what we have done is that we have integrated Slack to send across a message that might look like this, wherein if you see over here for a particular date, we have the exact lead count, the qualified lead. So everything that was mentioned in that particular Google Sheet, we are able to check over here along with highlights as to what all things have been done. Now, these highlights is something that you can generate. There's just a sample, so you can generate this using an AI or using the Workato Genie. So let's quickly understand how you can do that. So this is part one where we say build a simple workflow and we execute this, or we can first test it out and then we can execute this. And this works daily, right? So we don't have to do anything else. One quick thing before moving to Genie over here is that if you want to add any application or add a step, what happens is very simple. You click on the plus icon over here and it tells you, do you want to take that action in an application, or is it an AI agent that you want to run, or are there any conditions that you would want to put, right? And at the end, would you want to stop that particular job or not? So if, say, for example, if I click on action and app, then what I can do is I can obviously see all the applications that they have integrations with. Beyond this, I can even integrate other APIs as well. Now these are all enterprise grade applications or tools that I can integrate with. And beyond that, there are a lot of other tools also that I can integrate over here. So this way, I can automate whatever tech stack is there in my current organization. This was part one of it. Now, say for example, we have built this particular recipe where it does a recurring task. But what if we would want an AI agent that also helps us with analysis? So that's when you click on create and you go on Genie. What it asks is one very simple, where is the location where you want to add this Genie, and we have to simply describe what does that AI agent need to do. In this case, let's say act as a data analyst and analyze, say, the HubSpot data. cool. Now say for example I have put in the prompt over here and I can make this as descriptive as possible. And when I click on start building, what's going to happen is that it's going to take that one simple prompt and define a complete job description for that AI agent. So as you can see over here, the very first thing is adding of the AI model. So if over here it has taken say Claude Sonnet 4.6 as an option. If I want to change this, all I need to do is just click on the edit button and it will change it. So that's wherein I have an option of say taking multiple other AI models to integrate with. If I want to add my own LLM connection over here, I can even do that. Then in terms of the chat interface, so where does the AI model get executed? We can integrate with say Slack, with Microsoft Teams, or with Workato's own platform as well. Now over here, if you want to connect with Slack, you'll have to say obviously create a new application to have that as a tool added onto Slack. Then what we have as an option over here, or what we see over here, is a complete job description that it has drafted as to what does it need to do, and what is the job, who is it needed for, what needs to get done. Every single thing is mentioned over here. So to ensure that this is getting executed in a smooth manner, what we can do is that we can add app events. Like say I'm exporting my HubSpot data every day at 11 o'clock. Then at 11 o'clock, this particular agent should run and give me the insights. Further, if I wanted to give knowledge base, like for example, to analyze meeting data, how did the meeting go? If I want to add on the meeting notes or the transcripts, or say if I want to add my deck, all I need to do is just click on the add button over here. I can either upload it or I can create the knowledge base. Then comes the next part, that is enterprise skills, and this is very interesting. Where if you guys have used Claude, you know how Claude skills works, wherein we can create again a skill for a repetitive task, or we can have a skill build so that the AI agent can work or function smoothly. So that is what gets done over here. So if I say click on adding of an enterprise skill, what it clearly does is when we click on create skill, what's going to happen is that it's going to open again sort of say let's just give the skill name over here as a test. And when we click on start building, what's going to happen is it's going to give us a complete workflow that we can build over here. And this is a specific workflow for a skill where we tell it what are the actions that it needs to take and what is the expected output. So this is how you can even build skills onto the platform. And finally, coming back to the data analysis, once all of these things are added, you will know that your agent can work. So this is how this particular platform works, where you can build multiple AI agents and workflows that can automate your day-to-day tasks. Beyond this, you can go to the community library to check what people have already built, what they have built as use cases. Some of the interesting use cases that I found over here was lead enrichment, and in terms of say the entire waterfall for that particular use case. There are a couple of use cases for automating complete CRM updates as well. So if you see, what they have done is they have bundled all of their workflows or whatever they have automated based on tools as well as based on different categories. Like if I'm supposed to say go into sales and marketing, and if I take up Slack as one of the platforms to automate, so it has given me multiple such options that I can, or rather the recipes that I can use. In terms of skills as well, what it has done is, you can see, it has created those specific workflows. Like the lead enrichment waterfall that I was talking about. This is the one that I found very interesting, where I can just add my data apps over here and it can do the complete enrichment to finally give me the output and update that back onto my CRM. So this is about it. This is about the platform and about our use cases. And if you found this as interesting, then please like and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any other use cases that you would want us to build on Workato, then please put it up in the comments. And thank you so much for watching this video.